Good morning, everybody. So there was a comment on my strength test I posted yesterday, and it hit me deeper in my meditation session and morning shower, and I wanted to touch upon it because then it morning brain just explodes. But the power of this statement, and then where we're going to take this. So, a person had said, "I like your strength test choices that you choose for you. They're deceivingly difficult, yet demonstrations of coordination and strength, extreme demonstrations of strength and coordination." Something along those lines. I'm probably butchering it, but it got me even thinking and just pulling apart this even more. So the point and the reason I pick those tests as I pick them for me is because they are a measure for me of a lot of what nobody sees. They are a test of the stuff there's no video for. I'm not making videos for. It's my private life. It's my personal life. It's healing. It's understanding my body. It's millions of steps in the silence and solitude. It's millions of steps with nobody watching. It's millions of tears. It's millions of scabs. It's millions of fears. It's millions of seconds where guilt and shame are the primary. It's millions of nightmares. It's millions of... So they are a measurement and a test of all the stuff that isn't shown. That's why I like them, is because I can't hide. I can't hide from me. In these tests, they are, for the most part, a measure of that for me. But we live in a world where if we are expressing some sort of a feat and a test, it's very outward, it's very surface, it's very much a measure of just that thing, or an aesthetic, or a cover. It's like judging the book by its cover. It's literally this fantastic cover with this really shitty story full of lies and deception and honesty, and the pages are all ripped out. But the cover looks so good. Where's the rest of the... I didn't want to see any of that. I don't want to address any of that story on the inside, as long as my cover looks good. And that is the world today. And so I was thinking about that even more. I'm like, God, man, because we're going to get into it in this Friday's Zoom. They appear, muscle, strong, strength. Great. But no matter how strong you get, even no matter how much muscle mass you have, if that's a goal, which we will break that down as to why that shouldn't be a goal, but it's more your connection to muscle, is because no matter how strong you are, you can be brought to your knees in a second with words, with a headline, with a story. You can be uplifted. You could float in a second, no matter how strong you are. So there's much more that affects a muscle tissue and its ability at any given time. That's what we're going to break down. But again, if it was just a muscle test, I got gajillions of those just to do muscle tests. But these are testing my emotional integrity, my intellect, spirituality, mentality, chemistry, my vibration, electricity, my intellect, my psychology. Everything we deal with, everything, that is what your symptoms and injuries lead you to, is going in and doing work to understand all these components to everything you are, not just a singular tissue or a singular metric or a singular trait. So that is the background to my strength test, is that they will find all those things need to be synced up to the best of my ability for my standard being measured for me at that time. I just want to show you as an example. Here we go. Because you can't fake those tests. You can fake many others. As I said, you can do whatever you want to the cover of your book, but your story is on the inside. Now, on a tangent of standards, Your standards are your own. They are your measure of you with life, not against life, not against you, not versus everybody, because we have this world that's now running into all these extremes and nobody has any clue what's going on, where we're just trying to resist, fight. It's a battle of you versus you. Your body is sick, disease. It just wants disease. It wants to be fucking injured, and you're gonna fight it. Or fuck everybody, and you're gonna prepare yourself to fucking beat everybody. And you're gonna beat your old self, and you're gonna get so strong you forget traumas. And you're gonna get so strong, fuck all this. It's just these like extremes, or extreme the other way, where none of it matters. Make shit up. Yeah, fuck it. Don't worry. The standards are going to be yours with yours, because again, with each individual doing those, who's going to bring them back to themselves? Who's going to be the gatekeepers? The body. Their bodies won't lie. That's why you can go to these extremes to test them and see where you go, but your body's going to bring you back into yourself and hold you to your standard for you. And so for me, I elevate my standards every year. One, as a practitioner, absolutely have to hold myself to a standard greater than general population who's not in the business, although that's becoming very less because we're just giving everybody the opportunity to be certified and credentialed and licensed in some form of fucking coaching, medicine, and wellness. Jesus Christ. So I hold myself to a standard just because of that. How can I give advice to anybody if I'm not walking every fucking inch of that? And was that hard to leave my license, to close, to get rid of the 2 letters in front of my name that gave me credibility called doctor, to eliminate the letters after my name of CS, and all this other bullshit certifications that don't apply to human beings other than like basic anatomy and basic science? You think that was hard? Sure. That's what we're going to go over this Friday. So again, those are my standards for me, because I'm going to be working with people. So now I also have life standards in other areas, not just professional, but I have physical standards. There's things that I want to do. I want to be able to walk 40 miles without a problem. I want to be able to run and jump and climb. I want to be able to pick something up. I want to be able to go on. I want to be able to digest a battery or a pizza, whenever the fuck. I want to be able to stay up late or go to sleep early. I want to be able to never say no. I want to be able to go on adventures. When love appears, I want to be able to hold that. I want to be able to like nourish that and be able to hold space for that. If a plant is on the road, I want to rescue it, and then I want to learn from that what I can do for myself. And then I want to understand that even if I make the conditions totally ideal for that plant, it still might choose to leave. It still might choose to die, giving me another lesson in death that it is a choice. That you could test the pH and the water and the light and the roots and everything of that plant, but it still died. What's the cause of death? It just wanted to leave. So there's a lesson there. That's what my standard is, and I'm always reinventing it and always checking into it. You're going to have yours, and it's not wrong, but what is they're training people right now. Millions of people are being trained to create a standard that you're to measure up to, using you against you, taking you away from anything you were. Case in point, we're going to take your blood and show you it and tell you it's wrong based on whatever comparative norm they're going to come up with. It's your blood. We're going to take your feet or your spine or your hormones or your skin or your hair or your eggs or your sperm, and we're going to compare it to, it's yours. The only standard it should ever be compared to is yours. Millions being trained to push this, to break you out of you with you. You think tomorrow's going to be harder? God damn it. Not even from a standpoint of hard and get ready to resist, but just to be able to close your office, burn your license, drop letters in front of your name, stand for you in a place that doesn't want you to be you? You think you have to be strong for that? You think that's going to be lonely? Huh? You think there's going to be resistance and consistency and grit and resilience and strength? You think it's going to be hard to be gentle and slow for 5 years, 2 years? Going through a gateway of development and growth called puberty 1 or puberty 2? Do you think that that's going to be hard? You're damn right it is. To face yourself Instead of just being able to cut out whatever you're addicted to be able to face yourself in the mirror based on who you are, do you think that's going to be tough? Yes, so what's the standard? It's you. Who's to determine it? You. For what reason? You. So I implore you, find your standards. Fucking break them. Because again, comparing yourself to somebody 20 years ago, what the fuck? You're not even close to that person. It's not even fair to compare you to last month. But that's what we want. I just want to get back to how I was 20 years ago brought you to how you're feeling today. That's fucking what? That's going back on a path that brought you right here. I understand the safety of why you would choose that, and that is your next step, is why are you choosing safe? So again, your standards are yours. There's no ceiling to this. There's no limit. It's your deal. We're going to break this all down Friday. God dang it, as it relates to this tissue called muscle. But if we're going to talk muscle, we have to talk spirit, mental, emotional, relationships, beliefs, nourishment, drugs, medications, medicine, faults, traumas, stories. We have to talk it all. Light, nourishment, rest, training, physical activity versus training. Yeah, have to get into it all. So that was the point, all stemmed from that beautiful comment. And there's many other things, but I'm going to cut this down now because I'm only limited to 15 minutes. But again, how will you know where this standard is, or how do you even start to understand it, or to even go discover it? That's what symptoms and injuries are for. They're bringing you back to you and showing you that if you go towards them, there is this moving forward on a path that's never been blazed before. You've never seen it, that shows you who you truly are and what you want to be, what you want to live for, what you want to engage with, what you want to sense, what you want to experience, and what you're going to have to do to be able to receive that, to be able to hold that and be able to do it again. And if the body doesn't, it's going to correct you and bring you back here and bring you back. How do we know we're not lying to ourselves? Because your body can't fucking lie. It is the only honest thing on the planet. Your body. Done. Certain. There has to be a hard-clad starting point. Otherwise, we're just spinning in space, shooting in the dark, hoping for something. Hey, I feel better. And you try to do it again, only you're facing another direction. You try to do the same thing. Oh, that didn't work. Well, shit, why did it work there? You need a starting point, and your starting point is the certainty and truth that comes from your body, and that is your only true north, is your body, your flame on your candle. No matter what that candle looks like, there's a flame and it's dead upright. That is it. So it's your standards for you with you, but just start to look at all the other stuff around you. Man, there's this comparison going on, and Jesus, even people on my strength videos, the strength for me, even just 25 years of experience, I can go, if somebody wants to walk, let's say that's their goal, I want to walk pain-free or be able to do this, then you got to be able to do this. How do you know that? 25 years of experience being able to see that. Body has to put those patterns together. It just makes sense. You should be able to be basically good at these. Just like I said, everybody should be able to hang for 90 seconds. What's that based on? You were able to do it from birth. You were able to hang from your hands at birth. Probably want to improve that. So 90 seconds of just experience and a standard of just basic minimum. Just like the measurement of basic minimum, I like the comparative norms if we go up. Like for basic brain development, a 6-year-old needs 6 miles of total collective movement through. Where'd they come up with? That's a understanding of studying to expand, not studying to reduce. And even that, 6 miles, what does that even mean? Why that? That doesn't apply to me, but I like that. Let's go ahead and triple and quadruple that, because I want more, or whomever wants more. The family wants more. So again, understand who you're comparing yourself to. Understand what you're asking of yourself, and then understand what your body is bringing you back into. All right, I'm going to end this. Good morning, everybody.